Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Apologize, I'm just messing about trying to work out some of the things about the mic. I'm trying to set it up so that I can both stream and record, but I don't want to record my commentary because I want to use the videos that are captured locally for YouTube. So I'm trying to find a way to that I can send the voice over to Twitch, but exclude it from the local recording. So just testing a few things out. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Apologize, I'm just messing about trying to work out some of the things about the mic record, but I don't want to record my commentary. I'm just messing about because I want to use the things about the mic record, but I don't want to record my commentary. I'm just messing about because I want to use the things about the mic record, but I don't want to record my commentary. I'm just messing about because I want to use the things about the mic record, but I don't want to record my commentary. Okay, I apologize for that. I had it so that the mic would. Okay, I apologize for that. I had it so that the mic would. Okay, I apologize for that. Oh shit. Wait, I had it so that the mic would. Okay, I apologize for that. Oh shit. Wait, I had it so that the mic would. Okay, I apologize for that. Oh shit. Wait, I had it so that the mic would. Okay, I apologize for that. Oh shit. Wait, I had it so that the mic would. Okay, I apologize for that. Oh shit. Wait, I had it so that the mic would. Okay, I think that's settled down now. I apologize for that. Okay, I think that's settled down now. I apologize for that. Okay, I think that's settled down now. I apologize for that. Okay, I think that's settled down now. I apologize for that. Okay, I think that's settled down now. I apologize for that. Okay, I think that's settled down now. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. I hope the echoes are gone by now. Can you let me know if you hear some echoes? I apologize for this. I'm not sure what's happening there, but the audio is just gone a little bit crazy. I don't think it's anything on my end. Maybe I've got I get the feeling that I had a video streaming window open, and that was then causing it to reverberate across the desktop audio. I hope that's gone. If you don't hear if you don't hear my voice, please let me know. I'm just going to leave a comment as well. So anyway, Twitch noobiness aside, I apologize for that. I need to test it out and see what the hell's going on with me. But let me just continue where I left off. So the last time I was at the security station in the Talos lobby, I'd actually managed to get in by shooting one of those crossword bolts at the door button. So I got in well before I actually found the card. It's a bit of a trick that you can use, but when it works, it really works. So I'm inside there, and I'm finding a few goodies. That's when I'd have to. That's when I last had to break off from the stream. Okay, it's just a bit slow loading. But I've noted that there's a few people watching, playing this game live right now. I'd like to think that I bring something new to what they're doing, because a lot of them tend to be playing blind, whereas I'm playing it as an expert level game. I think I've already finished the game once, so there I am. I've already finished the game once, so I think I know how to deal with pretty much all the enemies. Did I get in here? No, I haven't. In my case, because I've got an NG+, I should be able to just hack in here. Get that. One of the things that a lot of people have commented on is that, not necessarily on my channel or anything like that, but it's actually easier to hack more difficult saves and things like that, because you get more time. And I found that to be very much the case. Getting the getting the hacking level 1s and 2s is actually much more difficult. So here, okay, it's a security detail. He witnessed the incident, so I think that's referring to the time when Morgan Yu was doing a test, and the mimic ate the researcher. Something is on the station. No shit. Elias Black, by the way, is the guy you find in the communications room right outside your room, right opposite your room. Illusion. Yes, so she's using some drugs that people haven't authorized, but you find out later that she's got some kind of degenerative condition. So missing keycard. EP 101. Yes, that one's important actually. EP stands for escape pod. That's the problem with the cyclotron. Before you pick this up. Right, Dimitri's 1129, right. So that's the code for that room over there. So lots of people have been... So they tried to keep a lid on the mimic infestation, but eventually got beyond control. So 1129. And yes, that's... Is there a mimic here? Uh-huh. Little squirty little bastards. Sometimes you just have to be paranoid. So what happened there is probably he got eaten, the chair ended up there, and the mimic mimicked the chair. So there. Elazar, trying to do my job. Don't recall. To help not sit in this room. So it looks like it was... Okay, what am I looking at now? Right, so somebody was stealing and whatnot, and he was a security officer. So if you look at his uniform, he's got the purple of the security officers, and he saw something, and he was brought in for questioning. So let's see. Yeah, but basically we shouldn't be in here, to be honest, because we're here well ahead of schedule. But what I did was I shot one of these little toy crossbows from over out there through the little opening, and it hit the button there. So you can see I don't have the key card, so I can't lock this, even though it does matter in game. I do like to lock things. Here I think we've got everything. There's nothing else to be found. Maybe up there? Oh, actually I've never tried this. Is there something to be found up here? This is my first time up here actually. And I think there's something up in the vent here. There's clearly something up in here, but how do I get up there? I want to get up there now. Aha! Oh, what? I was up there, then wouldn't let me get up. Oh, look at this. I have never been up here. This is new. Okay. Alright, so this leads you... Right! So you can climb up the... Oh, okay, that's fine, I get it. Actually, I think this might have been... Excuse me. This may have been the way I got in initially. Because yeah, this leads you back to the lobby. And if you get up here... Yeah, okay, I think this would have been how I got in initially. Right. So actually, sorry, I have been here. I just didn't remember it. There's a lot of little cubbies throughout the game. So let's see, where's my... I left a turret here. Quite sure I left a turret there. Oh, actually, no, I know where I left it. I left it in front of the security station. Which is down here. Right. So I shot that button here from here. So that's a third way. One is to get the keycard. The other one is to shoot the little button there. Or come in through the vent. So there's a lot of ways to get about in this game. Okay, where do I want to go? Do I want to clear this place out first? I think I want to actually. I think I want to.
Deploying.
The bathrooms are one of those places where you can usually clear out and never have to come back into. This side, have I cleared this? Oh, little truck. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a third one. Ooh, I nearly got hit. That was a bit ugly. But we survived unscathed. Wait, what? I don't like that music. Is there another one further right there? The thing with these mimics is that you can't really stand still. Something's going on. Something is going on. That music shouldn't be on. Yet it is. So this room we'll get into a little bit later. Although we did get the card to access it. The disappointing thing is that you can usually use those exploding barrels to blow things up. But here, you can't do anything about this. Even if you have leverage 3 rather. You can't, you're supposed to be able, leverage 3 is supposed to be able to allow you to open up unpowered doors. But in this case, you can't even seem to get through here. I think there's a Typhon power whereby you can transform into something like a cup and you can roll in through the gaps or something like that. But I've never found any place where you have to have it. It's an option, but I don't think you have to have it. Let's see here.
Scanning target, no alien material detected.
Yeah, so the turrets turn against you if you take a lot of Typhon mods. So somebody sealed themselves in here. Or sealed something into there. I sometimes drink, but I don't want to abuse the drinking too much. Because it just makes healing items redundant. Let's see.
detected.
Ooh. Turret didn't really help there. Where did they come from? What were they? They came from somewhere. That's the thing. So I'd like it if... It's one of the things that I'm disappointed about with the game. I prefer it if it actually made things a little more reasonable. More realistic. So these two just popped out of here because of a scripted event. If they'd actually... Where else would they have popped out of? The machine gun should have got them. But they didn't, so... A lot of times there's a realistic basis to them. But a lot of the times they just come out. So particularly with the bigger ones, it's just scripted. So even if you want to argue that the mimics should be able to just move about by things, by parts that we can't see, that shouldn't be. See this? Is that 2 glue guns? It's not a bad idea to bring the turrets in here. They can actually detect mimics.
Eradicator auto turret version 0.7.6 online. Proximity sensor reset.
So he locked... Yeah, he locked himself in there. They still got him though, which is a crazy thing. So there's nothing else to be done here, I think. Maybe get the flower, yep. Okay, so that's cleared the bathrooms. Right, just give a bit more chunk. So it's this sector cleared. Just go up the stairs now. Watch out for this spot. So somebody locked themselves down in human resources. IT, we don't have access to IT just yet. So turrets are actually good for guarding you back as you do other things. Because you never know, right? Sales division and maintenance access.
Ready to scan.
So this is interesting because the general access card that you got shouldn't give you access to the maintenance shafts and things like that. This is one way to get into IT without needing to get the card. Here we are. So we're going to just go in here. So this is opposite the hardware labs. This comes across, that's a little bridge that we saw there. This leads you into a sales division. This actually, the maintenance shaft that we were just in actually leads you back into your room. So if you smash your screen, this leads you into here.
Auto turret version 0.7.6 online.
That's a backdoor way to get into
Debug build version
the backdoor way to get into the room.
Verbose on.
Oh.
Scanning target no alien material detected.
I don't want that to happen to the case. I'm just sorry if it's glitching a little bit. I was just testing trying to save locally as well, but I don't think the computer can manage it. So it should be a lot smoother now. Yeah, I apologize for that.
Ready to scan.
So do I want to? I'll leave him out there just for a last result. Oh, I took a hit. Yeah, so it might not have been the best idea to bring this guy along, because he actually triggered the enemy. So a lot of these named people are correspond to people who actually turn into phantoms. But what I do want to do is bring the turret in, so it picks up mimics. Just lock this.
Scanning target. No alien material detected.
Good afternoon, Palos. Don't forget that TranStar safety standards call for a weekly inspection of your uniform. Report to the hardware labs for a diagnostic.
So there's a way to get up there as well. So if you want to sneak along without triggering the phantom, you can do that. I don't think the glass is breakable. So if you get up here, then you're effectively immune from their long-range damage attacks. (2027). Like that's meant to be that far away. It really isn't. I mean, if you think about it, time kind of does fly. Let's see. You can guard that room.
Ready to scan.
Because I know that there's a mimic in there. And this here, that's the bridge leading to the hardware division. Get a refreshing drink. And right, I think we've kind of cleaned this up. Right, there's not much going on here. We can't actually lock this door, but we can lock the other door. So hypothetically, it should allow us to isolate this top level from the rest of the station.
Scanning target. No alien material detected.
There's another one. I can hear you. Yes, there was 2 chairs. Whenever you see pairs, there you go, there's the broadcaster. You find them everywhere. So there were people just playing games along on the station. Which makes sense if you think about it. I mean, you're in space, things are boring, work is work, but at some point you just get bored of it. And the vistas are just ridiculously nice. If this game does anything really well, it's depicting space. Okay, I don't think I have too much side effects from what I gathered. Pinprick near the eye. Memory loss during enemy removal, yes. Yeah, that makes sense. Is there anything here? Okay, so there's a couple of neuromods. That's what the guy in the what do you call it, the questioning room in the security station was worried about. It looks like the person who became a Typhon. Actually, that's interesting. That I just had a thought. Were they turned into Typhons, or did they become Typhons because of too much neuromod use? It's already been noticed. 1 month pay makes it go away. So Elias Black, who we found as a corpse in the communications room, was trying to blackmail that person. So that's an interesting thought, rather. Maybe you're told that using too many Typhon abilities or acquiring too many of them runs the risk of actually turning you into a Typhon. So that could have been what happened there. So this person maybe wasn't the result of a transformation, so much as a forced transformation into a Typhon, so much as a willing one. Would the right term be willing one? Inadvertent one, maybe.
Attitude adjustment required.
Attitude adjustment, right. It's a cup. Let me just lock this. I know it makes no difference, but I just like doing that. Okay, so here we are. So right there below is the IT department. Sorry, I just need to pause, mute the sound for a little bit. Okay, I'm back now. Apologize for that. So one of the things you can do... Oh, bloody! Were they meant to be able to replicate something that big? Here we are. So this leads back into your room. So that's your room there. So if you want to get in there, you can smash the window. Although you never really have to. I've never found any reason to actually, so maybe it just doesn't seem to make any difference. These guys are always useful. Always useful. Just don't drop them on top of one another because they'll blow up. Just quickly save. So you've got one. You've got two. I think they end up near the corner there. And what I'd like to do... Where's the recycling charge? 9. That's 0. So 9. You want to smash the window and use the recycling charge on them. Fortunately, they never notice that somebody's smashing the windows. They're there, I can see you. If you wanted to, you could shoot them. But it's much more worthwhile. Or maybe I can just drop a... Hey, that kind of worked. Okay, that's an option I hadn't tried. So if you drop it from height, it actually explodes. So that kind of hurts the Phantom. I think it did. Unfortunately, you can't throw the barrel. What I wanted to do was actually throw it down. Oh, don't fall. I nearly fell there. That would have been ugly. Oh, bloody hell. And you're done too. Okay, that wasn't the most efficient way to win this battle. But, well, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Although I don't think so, to be honest. The more clever way would have been to just drop a few explosive containers or recycling charges. There was one time when I actually managed to do that, and he got both of them together. I wanted to show that off, but, well, you know, it doesn't always work out. But there's a fair bit of loot here. Security office. Okay, so this is what you can use to get into the office normally. And there's a newer mod. Those things are meant to be valuable. You can't just leave them around here. What about here? Can I get into... Right, so if you want to, you can just kind of sneak around. This here, I wasn't there. I've not been able to find it. Although I did look on the internet, and apparently it's in the guts, which is the maintenance tunnels running across the station.
With atmosphere, gravity,
That's
or
fine.
other serious emergency, please report to the nearest muster station.
Okay, so something ugly happened here. What bloody? What the? Okay, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. So there's another way to get. You can get into this little location. You can just jump across here. And you can also jump into... Let's just quickly save. To here. But they're not really that useful. Not found any actual use for that. Maybe it's because I never found enemies to be that challenging towards the end. But I'm guessing that was meant to be. And if you want to, you can also come in here. Hello, January. And just drop back down here. So verticality is a real concept in this game. And here, okay. Actually, what I want to do is I want to bring my little open the door. I want to bring my little turret. Just lock that. What about they wanted to access my room? Get back here and set up here. What the? Oh. I accidentally hacked my own turret. Alright. There's no way to withdraw from the game without getting shot. So I may as well finish this off. Okay. So supposedly if I become a typhon, no typhoid, I should still be able to be fine.
Deploying.
One of those chairs. Bloody!
Target. No toxic material detected.
That was a far leap. A really far leap. So one of the things is that you need to keep moving. If you stand... Oops! Where did you go? Where did you go? Did he run back inside? Yeah, I lost him. Okay, I saw you. You saw that there? It mimicked a piece of corpse. So the mimic was mimicking a dead mimic. Kinda makes sense.
Error log submitted.
Chairs like that are just... I was gonna say that chairs like that are often mimics, because they're usually just lying down on the side. But I guess the mimic was right behind me. Thank God for the audio cues. If the audio cues weren't there, then I would have been eaten. It's kind of interesting, actually. Would it be better if a game actually didn't have audio cues for things like mimics? Because if you think about it, that's a warning. That's a game telling you, behind you, behind you. But should it? Should it? And I think that's an important question. So we had an audio log.
Mio, this is Dr. Calvino. Well, I suppose you've turned in, or you're ignoring me. I just want to... Well, I will be a little late for my shift tomorrow, but the first thing in the morning, I want you to put together a new micro-lens array. You see, the old one it's garbage. And get what you need from the machine shop. And if Clive is being an ass, just take it from the supply closet when he's not looking. We're not supposed to know the code, but, I'm sending it to you anyway.
Okay, this is interesting. So this is an old one, actually. It's an old one. Oh, look at that. I've got a huge amount of impact. Impact. I think. Wrench, okay, this is important. This is a really important one. But yeah, the journal that we just listened to, this one, is from something else. From where? Here. First thing tomorrow. Which is the set of instructions that apparently he forgot that it sent.
Are you on your way?
On my way where?
Octavia, didn't you see the alert? We're supposed to muster.
Listen, it's really sweet that you're worried about me, but we've had alerts before, and I've got 3 more of these glorified vacuum cleaners to fix before my shift is over. Oh, make that 4. Someone dropped off another. God, these things are junk.
I don't think this is a drill, Octavia. I'm sending you the code. Please, come to the escape pods right now.
What code was that referring to? If you look in the data, then you can usually see some notes, keys rather. Code. Pilot lounge. Okay, so that's in the shuttle bay. So listening to all of these little things actually helps. And actually, let me just double check. Right, so that's the machine shop closet. We've already been there though. I think Clive. Yeah, we know Clive. We took care of him, so it's interesting. Actually, I had another thought. If people became mimics or phantoms because of overuse of, if they became phantoms because of overuse of neuromods, then does that mean that the Typhoid didn't actually escape confinement so much as simply become the people? Okay, that's interesting. That is an interesting thought. I've never actually thought about it that way. So maybe the people became phantoms, which then started to turn other people and other things into mimics. And that's how the Typhon threat actually broke out, quote unquote broke out. I need to think about that actually. Not that it really matters.
Attitude adjustment required.
But on the meantime, I do need to go and dump some of my goodies. I've got a lot of junk. The problem is the game tells you that there's a threat, that you're racing against time, but it doesn't actually do that. There isn't actually any threat. Let me just put these things down here. It's a more efficient use of space. Weapons other than the wrench are actually much more efficient to recycle. 69. No. Okay, so that's pretty much all the rubbish I can take. Cookies, I can recycle them. Same with these guys. So things I can recycle for synthetics, for a fair amount of synthetics, I actually prefer to keep down here. So this one you can look at 0.02 synthetics. This one's 0.06. So 0.02 I can usually eat. I'm fine with eating. And beer I usually keep a bit of. Okay, it doesn't let me. So bring that here. Things that don't have synthetics are actually quite good to just consume. Metal and organic I can usually get without. Do without, rather. That should do. And the rest, the more synthetic rich consumables, I should not just move there. This guy can come down here. Right, so I've got the maximum inventory space, but still, you do start to run out of space when you pick up a lot of grenades and things like that. Norway transmitter. Okay, that's interesting. Where did I pick that up from? By the way, while we're here, I might as well get this. It's the only remaining non-typhoid ability. Frankly, if I want to, I can just get all the typhoids. So if you look at this, you can get kinetic blast. So it gives you're able to attack more. That's fine. Lift field. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Trapping. Resistance. This is actually quite important, but the better thing is just not to get hit at all, which is my preferred approach. Static burst. So this stuns enemies. It's alright. I haven't used it, but it's alright. Fire damage. So it's great against, again, in thermal resistance. Oh, look at that. Absorb as a side point. Interesting. So this is the ability that you can use to get into small spaces, like security officers, by imitating small items like cups. Regeneration. Regeneration, I guess it's useful, but you might as well get the improvement from the medikits. I get 72 per medikit, and I've got 29, so I personally can afford to use them. And they're very easy to use. They're very easy to create as well. Other resistance, right? So resistance is always good. So here you can create a phantom to fight for you, but yeah, I don't think they're very useful, to be honest. And here you can just teleport. Backlash. Fear resistance. I've never actually had a need to resist fear. It just doesn't do anything, really. It just doesn't doesn't really hinder you much. So does it force you to, for example, run away? No, it doesn't. It just makes you hit a little bit less hard with the wrench and things like that, physical attacks. That's fine. I mean, you just catch them by surprise. Mind Jack. This one is interesting. So you can pick up the enemy and actually force them to fight for you. Could be useful, but a lot of the time enemies tend to be by themselves. So not necessarily that important. Psycho Shock. Right. This one could be very useful because you can use it to nullify psi abilities. And there's quite a lot of enemies that actually have very strong psi abilities. Machine Mind. That's robotics. That's fine. So it's not very useful. You just manipulate enemies, cause damage, and absorb damage. A lot of things that you can do by those abilities, like for example the psi attack, you can do with things like the non-wave transmitter, EMP charges, recycler charges, and just plain weapons. If you catch any enemy by surprise, you don't usually need to worry too much about things like that.
The security station in the lobby might have weapons.
I've already been there. I have already been there, I assure you. But I do want to heal myself.
Please contact a qualified engineer.
Oh crap. Did somebody break my robot?
Hello, nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see Morgan.
Diagnosing superficial injuries. Nothing a portable medical kit couldn't handle. I'll have you feeling better soon. Good as new. You can fill out a service questionnaire at the front desk.
Hooray! You make me so happy. Actually, is there anything up here? No, there isn't, I guess. That is interesting. Okay, so the good thing is that once you get the robots, you can pretty much heal whenever you want. And the bad thing is that even though you lock the room, any large size enemies can still spawn inside there. So that's quite a disappointment actually.
Scanning target. No alien material detected.
Okay, so what else in this level? Psychotronics. We're going there anyway. D1 can't go, the 4 can't go, 2 is done. 3 is done. Right, so we've pretty much done the entire thing. But watch out for hidden enemies. Alright, I gotcha. The lift's on.
Wait, something's wrong. I'm talking to the lift control system. The system is telling me it's fine. It's just... the diagnostic code is changing every time I make a request. And something is preventing the car from descending. It's stuck at the top, in the arboretum. I'll see if I can find another way up. Got it. There's a route through the psychotronics lab. Morgan,
Good afternoon,
that lab
Talos.
is where the Typhon
Safety
broke
aboard
containment.
Talos 1 is
Be careful.
everyone's responsibility. Send all help requests or concerns to...
This is Security Chief Elazar. Who the hell shut down the elevators and airlocks? Answer me. My team's locked down tight here. We need those lifts working. Sam, it can't be a power loss, can it?
I don't think so, Chief. The main lift and all the airlocks shut down at once. It had to be manual.
Damn it. First they give us pop guns, put us on babysitting duty, then open the gates of hell and lock us in. Transtar's going to need an army of lawyers when I get Earthside. Anyone else on the station, get to a safe area. Check your surroundings. Walls, floor, ceiling. Then seal yourself in. We're working on the problem, and we'll be there to retrieve you as soon as we can. Elazar out.
So that's his chief security officer. And before when I first played the game, I actually tried to break the window and get the door open by shooting that little button there. Doesn't quite work, but you can, I believe, get the door open there by shooting it there. So I'm just going to try that for the hell of it. Which one is it? This one? Or is it the other one? I guess it didn't work at all. But when you speak to January, you get the card.
Proximity sensor reset. Scanning target. No alien material detected.
And as always, the good thing is that you can... So yeah. Could be that door though. Could be that door. And always read the notes. Although in this case, it's not really that important. It looks like Elias Black, I think, was involved in little D&D games. Which is quite one of those little Easter eggs that you can kind of appreciate. Not everybody will, of course. But I think it's an interesting touch. Although it would have been better in a world which supposedly doesn't have the kind of time pressure that Morgan News should have. Okay, so that is this door. So let me just check this. Yeah, that is this door. So why didn't it release? I need to test this out. There was the one on the side. Oh, there you go. I was just shooting a little bit too low. So there, that's a viable way to get the door open. Although, like I said, it does give you the card right away, so it's not really necessary. But I like to look this. Actually, no, it doesn't really matter. But you will come with me. And yeah, we will try to hack this. Oh, I hate these things. It might sound counterintuitive, but it's actually better to go around through the wider spaces. There you go, weapon upgrade kit. He's always welcome. Let's see. Silence pistol. You get a pistol later on, a golden pistol, which is better. So I know I'm using a bit of meta knowledge, but I also found that the pistol itself is not very useful overall. It's just not a very good weapon compared to things like the stun gun or even the Q-beam. The stun gun is great for enemies that you can close to. The Q-beam is great for enemies that you need to shoot from afar. Shotgun becomes useful later on, but not yet. Glue cannon, I didn't really find it useful because enemies are just too tough. And the thing is, when you glue somebody, you can only hit them once. The kind of hit points that enemies have in this difficulty, it's just not worth it. Always improve your damage first. It saves you ammo. And newer mods, may as well get this. There's no reason not to. And coincidentally, it allows me to refresh my side pool without having to go to a science.
Hello, Morgan. It's time we spoke. My code name is December. My purpose is to help you escape Talos 1. I know your memory's shot full of holes, but you left instructions at the Typhon Q-Break containment. Alex has a private escape pod. You made a copy of his long key and hid it in the Neuromon division, along with the supply cache. Meet me back in the foyer. Your office isn't safe.
Boss has sneaked up on me. That thing sneaked up on me. That was terrible. Oh, I took damage as well. And look at that. That is terrible. Just get in there temporarily. There's nothing else to be done here, so don't bother. Unless I missed something. If you want to use this recycler, you can, but it's not really worth it. I must have made too much noise. The suit repair kits, if I want to, I can just use one. 45. Actually, what the hell, yeah. I never use it anyway, so I might as well use it once. There you go, that's how you use it. The food. Let's eat one of each. That should bring me up to, with a well-fed bonus, should bring me up to about, what, to 60 to 70? That's fine. Actually, yeah, let's just lock this. Let's be good citizens as far as security and safety is concerned. And I think I killed the enemy that's supposed to be down here. Actually, why am I carrying this? Should I bother? Well, you know, it's already fortified. It's already hacked, I might as well take it. So for the Phantom that just attacked us, one of the things you can do is shoot these barrels as they go past them. That kind of takes care of them. So down here, I don't believe there's anything dangerous. Ooh.
Eradicator auto turret version 0.7.6.
There's nothing worthwhile back here. Other than a bit of loot, but nothing critical. Nothing vertically. Actually, just double checking something, but is there anything worthwhile? Going across is actually much safer. No, I don't think there's anything there. Okay, fine. We can also climb up the shaft, but I don't believe there's anything interesting. But we find another person. He is wearing some headgear, which we are too, but we just can't see it. Just want to quickly check the vertical shaft going up to the top. So from here, if you want to, you can climb up there. Should I bother? Yeah, why not? Let's just do it for the hell of it. Oh, bad placement. So you can see this is the top of the shaft. And there's really nothing here. Although that's probably the electrical sound from the room, from the conduit. Oh, you don't want to take fall damage. So other than that, there's nothing of interest down here. And we can't take this with us, unfortunately. So I'll Yeah, I'll just leave this here. I may come back for it. Quick save? Actually, the proper manual save. So psychotronics is supposedly what they're doing studies on psi abilities, but in reality it was the research center for typhoids. Why do I keep calling them typhoids? Typhoons rather. So anyways, the aliens. So that's where supposedly they held them, and that's where you find the master brain in there. And I think it's what causes the overall infestation. And here we are. Whoa, okay. Alright, I get it. If you... With these things, usually you want to...
Psychotronics is the opposite of safe, Morgan. What are you after? Someone's helping you. Is it Michaela? Elazar?
I can eavesdrop on your brother's messages. We're in agreement on this one. Get through this place fast as possible. You're looking for a maintenance airlock to a utility tunnel called the Guts. It'll take you all the way to the top of the station.
Right. They say it's dangerous, but I never actually found it to be like that. You do have to take care. But it isn't outright dangerous, I don't think. There's a mimic down there. I see you. Surprise! Were you surprised? Although, whenever one eats a person, it duplicates into multiple ones. So why was there only one down here? There should be more. That's kind of a hint. I see you there. What is in there? Okay, that's the camera. I know there's mimics down here. I saw them. One of them is a sign here. Maybe not? Okay, what am I looking at? Where are you? I'm not sure what this tunnel does. I think it's meant to detect something. There's a couple of ways to do this. One is to hack that. Let me show you the non-hacky way. Door controls. Unlock. Oops. Did it open the door? No, it was a little bit too high. Because this thing has drop. Oh, bloody hell. But anyway, I inadvertently turned on the combat focus. But at least I get these things back. there's a gun here that you can take to a recycler eventually. So just a bit of housekeeping to move down all the garbage down to the bottom. Dermaweb skin, okay. That one's medicine, so medicine goes up there. The gun goes down here. I've got nothing else to use neuromods on. Unless I want to take some of this. And frankly, not really worth it. If it means that the turrets start shooting me, then it's not really worth it. I might do it towards the end just to see how it affects the story. But I don't think it does. Okay, so the area looks a little bit like this. This is the circle that we've been through. This is a morgue, which is accessed by this here. So you need to go up a level. Looking glass station. Okay, so that's access from the director's office. So we'll go up here and then go up there, which will bring us up to here. And then we'll go traverse down to here, to the guts. And at this point, so here, let's see. It's exterior. Okay, so you've got access points there. So here. So if you turn in here and go up the stairs, that gets you to the 3rd level. There's a couple of turrets here.
Attitude adjustment required.
Should I reinforce one of them? Probably should, I think. Probably should. There's no way to get in here other than to use the vaultcasters or or hacking. Hacking isn't necessary until you get to about the end. And when you get to the end, it actually allows you to but when you get to the end, it allows you to
Structural upgrades detected. Thank you.
when you get to the end, it allows you to hack the robots that attack you. I'm just doing this for the hell of it. Just because I want to make sure this turret... Oh, bloody... Oh, crap. Ah, whatever. I'm wasting my time.
Log submitted.
That was foolish. So anyway.
Version 0.7.6 for both on.
Is there anything down here? No. Let me just pick up the second one and also set it up. Because you never know, right? I mean, I only need one turret. Should I reinforce it? Because I only really want turrets for the mimics. To use against mimics. Against normal phantoms, I actually want to maintain my stealth. Because if you get them if you can attack them before they... Oh no. Before they're aware of any enemies, then you can do massive damage. So anyway. Which way is... Clean room? You can use explosives to get in here. Although... should I still cover that? Alright. Keep covering. That's fine. You can hear the whispering there. Actually, I'll do something else. I was going to use a stun gun and then shotgun the enemy to death. I'll do something else. Glue gun to recycler. I'm just going to quickly save. But you can hear the whispering there. Oh, actually. Oh, they saw me. Or did they? There's mimics down there, so I can try to stealth the enemy. But the problem is that the mimics will attack me from behind. So he's done. Oh bloody! He got me. Alright. This is what I was talking about. The mimics are also a threat. I'm not sure who Crispin Bayer is, but he was dangerous. Okay, so we should be able to explore at will now. It should only be later on when we come back to this area subsequently that things become a little bit more dangerous. But right now we should still be fine. This is one of the things I find that's negative about the torch, the flashlight, is that it's too bright. You can see it adjusts later on, but it's just too bright by default. So it doesn't so much. So when it's dark, it's too dark. When it's bright, it's too bright. So when you use the flashlight, it just becomes too bright. Here, what can I do? Should I bring one of the guns? What I'll do is I'll bring my reinforced gun, my fortified gun. I'm sure I could use its detection abilities. We're kind of okay from here. Decontamination kind of keeps enemies away. And something happened there, as you can see.
Attitude adjustment required.
Actually, it would be nice if we could set this up here. Sometimes being able to jump a lot is a hindrance. Bloody it. Okay, so excellent. Deployed.
Eradicator Autoturret version 0.7.6 online.
And this is the enemy that I'm talking about. I want to glue gun the enemy.
Proximity sensor reset.
Actually, I don't think the enemy's here just yet. Although the sounds are disconcerting. Kind of makes it sound like there's an enemy. But there might not be. At least not until I go down into the hole. And then when I come back later. Oops. Oh, I know where you are. Actually, no. I'm guessing that there's an enemy down there in the corner. The hell happened? Okay, so that's kind of meant to scare you. But as you can hear, the enemy isn't truly gone. Oh, look at that. I didn't do this. So for the wrenches, you can either recycle it for 1.2 metal or for spare parts. Spare parts are actually synthetic. Gives you 0.3 and 0.3 of each. So metal is usually not in short supply. So it's better to dismantle them so you can get some, if you need to, get some synthetic material out of recycling a spare part. So this one, yeah, damage first. Damage first because you want to maximize your Q-beam output. I'm not. Should I bother getting your? No, I'll keep it as it is. So human only. I'll keep it to the title. Actually, yes, that's right. I was saying that. I put in the stream title that this was going to be a human model only, so I'll keep to that. Maybe towards the end I'll try it out just to see what happens. Okay, so what else? There's that. Can I drop down there? She might have been trying to reach for this. But interestingly enough, her head isn't is desiccated like the other ones. And you can hear the mimics down here. So you can see that just how bright the flashlight is. You lose a huge amount of detail. Maybe there's a mod out there that I should get. And this here, you can use an explosive to blow open. I won't bother because it's nothing particularly interesting. It's a fair way to go back for explosives. But here is just you get a bit of bonus. They're easy to miss, but the supply crates are important. And okay, slowly generate cyber time. Okay, this is good. This is really useful. It almost means that you never have to use these guys, the Psi Hypos. But behind all this, they caught me by surprise. That's not meant to happen. Or is it meant to happen? I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly now. But I think that here we are. That's where the corpse was. But this is where you pick up the cyclotron initially. And the game kind of glitched out there. I wasn't able to react soon enough. So mimics are already done. So maybe the thing that I flushed down came down here. So what I got there was the chipset to be able to detect first level mimics. There's 2 levels of mimics, but so far we've only met the first one, so that's good enough. Blue cannon. It is poorer than mine, isn't it? Yes. Right, there's not much to be done here. So this guy was doing some... Oh, he wasn't sucked dry. Interesting. Okay, so... Wait. So he managed to glue gun this guy. And he managed to close this enclosure. But where did the other mimics come from? Because they burst out of... Oh, they must have been inside the wall. In between blobs. And then they broke out towards me. Okay, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I get it. Or actually... Oh no, that's right. They were in here. They broke out towards me. Right, I get it. This guy was probably already dead. But just as importantly, is there any loot? Is there any fat loot? Guess not. So all that... Okay, this is bad.
Please submit a crash report.
He killed my turret. You killed my turret. Yes we do. We want to live inside you. Where are you? Yeah, that's what killing my turret, you little bastard. Oh, look at that. Weapon upgrade kit. This is bad.
Psychoscope required beyond this point.
I don't think that enemies can get past that point. So at least he didn't destroy my turret. He only damaged it. That's fine, I can live with that. So there is the blockage leading to the center. We just came around. The long way around. Okay, so station map. Inventory. Right, so always upgrade with damage first. And as for the remainder, should I take the turret? Yes, I'm taking you with me. Although, do I really need you?
Attitude adjustment required.
Whoa. Ah yes, you're
Scanning.
a nice science
Neuroimaging shows
operator.
Your psychoactive potential is at or near peak levels.
I got scared by the science operator coming down. That's fine. I'm going to take this with me. As I sneak up there.
I see you've already figured out how to use your psychoscope. All right, Morgan, I know I can't make you stay put, but you're gonna die down there if you don't listen to me. I'm sending you the code to a safe in Director Kelstrup's office. I'm certain he's hidden neuromods there. Use them to install one of the Typhon abilities. That's what this is all about, Morgan. You spent 3 years of your life making it possible. Putting what they can do into us. You've just forgotten.
I think at this point we're supposed to get a call from January, telling us how dangerous the entire affair is. But I think there's an enemy here. I can see some electrical interference there. There's an operator there. Should I bother deploying this guy? Oh, I can hear you. Mimics.
Deploying. Scanning target. No alien material detected. Diagnostic check. Verbose. IFF. Nominal. Power load. Nominal. Actuators. Nominal tilt handling error. Please contact engineering.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Right, so there's a phantom in here, rather. Yes. That you can give you a free scan. If you do that... There's another phantom. I don't think they can break out. Or can they? But it's a free scan if you want it. That's the third one. Oh, interesting. I didn't know this. So this guy is broken out. So there's a loose phantom. We'll need to get into this room at some point. Stand by. Right, so it seems to look for psychoscopes. Broken cooler fan, always good. Oh, here we are, good. A few spare parts. Bit of loot, as you might expect. The screen doesn't say much, unfortunately. And here is how we get in. There's no matching keycard. But there is a way to get in here.
Hello.
Are there enemies here? The problem is that the game doesn't allow you to construct the same kind of blockages that you find around the station. So if I do this, see, it doesn't. So, but if I were to go and try to stick something onto glue, nothing. So I can't put glue on glue. It just doesn't allow it. Which is a shame, really. You can't really use glue to seal off areas like you should be able to. Don't want to get electrified. Panpsychism. All everything whole, pan, soul, mind, psyche. All basic physical constituents, constituents of the universe are proto-mental properties that are reducible. Although that protor looks like an R. Okay, so there's a couple of ways of dealing with this. You can either get in here. Oh, bloody hell. Alright, that was my fault. We've got level 1 detection done, so we should be able to pick up any enemies that are kind of hiding there. But you can shut down the power. that allows you to deal with this without any problems. Okay, so we've got access to his cabin and his office. Unfortunately, the only way to get in initially is to break through the barrier that he created. So there's no way to actually physically seal this. Yeah, we can probably take him somewhere. Again, doesn't really matter, but you know what? The guy's dead. Let's respect his corpse. 7318. Neuromod fabrication plan.
Morgan, a warning. If you scan enough Typhon organisms, you'll be able to install neuromods that are powerful, but they're the reason we're in this mess. For one thing, the station's defensive turrets will identify you as an alien threat. There might be worse consequences I can't yet see. I don't want you to lose yourself.
So there, we've dealt with the electrical interference problem. Sometimes getting out of these little vents is difficult. So anyway, so we should be able to use the computer without any issues. But as January was saying, apparently there are consequences to using too many neuromods. There's oh, here we are, good. Bloody! How did you get in there, you little twerp? And how did you imitate a Psy-Hyper? So if I want, I can start creating neuromods. But it's not actually useful for me at all. Literally. I've got all the neuromods that I could want. I've already used them. I've got all the abilities that I could want. There's nothing back here. Aha, so there is something interesting down there. Yes, there's a secret door. So apparently the history is that an early Soviet probe from the 60s was the first thing that encountered the Typhon. And you can see the film there. Wow, okay, smashed through the window. Yeah, so the guy died. Probably would have been the first victim. But you can see the satellite on the back. Towards the back. Right there, that one. That one there. Right, so that satellite is now what's being stored down here. And that typhoid became the Weaver, which is a form of typhoid. Typhoid? But I keep calling it typhoid. Am I correct or am I mistaken? So they apparently sting one of them, and that becomes a Weaver, which is what you see there. And it starts creating things. And that satellite and that Weaver is what's being stored down here all throughout. Okay, Dr. Gallegos. Human bite marks. What the hell? Somebody's biting other people. I don't remember this. Telepath rejection. So what's happening here is that they're running experiments on people. You can see that by the code V blah blah blah. Psychological instability, seems to have inflicted additional trauma. Interesting. 37. I'll have to remember that. That's probably important. So anyway, so telepath is what there is a type of typhon. I keep calling it typhoid. By the way, typhon. That we saw in the trauma center. And the result is, if you get colonized, quote unquote, then you end up like the guy in the trauma center, which is basically that your mind stops being your own. Guardian 37, okay. So 37 bit off the doctor's fingers, and for some reason, the doctor is covering up for that. That's kind of weird. Why would that happen? I don't remember if that was the case anywhere, and if so, why it was the case. Okay, let's just lock ourselves in. Or can we? Oh, here we are. We want to kind of be safe. It's always worthwhile just scanning something. Now that we've got the detection module, it's always worthwhile scanning. Later on, you'll get the worst typhons that can't be detected.
Calvino, what did you do to my conference room? Eh? Yes. I was just about to call you.
All I see is a dot.
Yes, that's right. It's the calibration system for the new touchscreen. You only have to run it one time.
Are you kidding me?
Just follow the dot. When it turns green, touch it. It should...
Damn it, Calvino, I do not have time to play sing-along with your bouncing ball. I'll call you back.
So Calvino's been doing some interesting things. I'm not sure even he knows what he's trying to accomplish here. Okay, so there's a bit of loot down here. And bullets. Why would you store bullets down there, you would ask? Well, why not? Let's follow the dot. Getting through this shaft sometimes is sometimes tricky. I don't remember my first playthrough being this tricky. What the fuck was that? I get the feeling that it recorded the guy's last moments. No, nothing back here, right? Right. It was you, wasn't it? And you can't see me through here. Yes, you can't see me through the screen. Ha! You nasty little bugger. So I get the feeling that the Doctor was playing along and then the typhon turned up behind him. Oh, interesting. Why are these scenes... Oh wait, this is from the... Oh, I know what this is. That's an image from Calvino's lab. And Calvino had some visions of something really dark, which would have been what he recorded. Right, so he was trying to access his subconscious. Right, I get it. I get it. And that's what the good doctor was showing. optimizer. It's not a good one, but I've got a free slot. Okay, so I think we're done with this lab. No more surprises.
Hello.
Hello. Hello to you too. Something happened there. And there's something leading up to there. Which is a bit of visual clue. We can't really get onto it right now. But once we get onto the second floor, we should be able to jump on there.
Take a good look. Everything happening on Talos 1 started here. You were so driven in the beginning. My mistake was agreeing to put you at the center of the tests. That's when you began to drift away from me. We're close to understanding what they're after. What they're building. Just need a little more time.
So that's a Weaver there. That's a film that we saw from what, 65 I think it was. And that's the original satellite. The original satellites rather. That would have been the pod that the person was using. That would have been the satellite. That was the original Typhon was found on. And somebody just broke out of here. Oh, skip those secure. Typhon dysmorphia. Currently in chamber. Okay. Live exam morgue. Let's go down here first. So we can also use this offensively if we want. If there's a big phantom coming down, we can just shoot that. And it will pretty much block the way. Oh, engineering operator.
I was afraid of this. The scientists here were in the middle of something when they died. Access to the guts is closed off during experiments. Security protocol. You'll have to finish what they started. Back in the 60s and 70s, the first research teams tried to communicate with the Typhon, but this proved impossible. Their cerebral structures are highly developed and intentional, but somehow unapproachable. They have no speech of their own, no language. They don't even seem to see us. Not like we see ourselves, I mean. I'm generalizing when I say us, of course. I'm not a person. Not like you.
Coming through.
Live exam procedure in progress. Local lockdown in effect until procedure terminates.
Okay, so it forces you to do this. And of course there's surprises. We don't really need to scan anything, but that's fine. Let me just double check. Third thermal technopath. Right. So we've scanned everything. There's only one thing that we haven't done, which is plot required. But we'll scan it later. Right now it doesn't really matter. But we do want to go down to the morgue. Okay, there's mimics down here. There are mimics down here, alright, I get it. This turret, I don't really need it, to be honest. You know what? Really need it. The mimic inside that room. How I get in there? Really? Do you think that turning right in front of me would have really fooled me? Somehow. Somehow, that thing didn't die. Maybe it wasn't meant to be an enemy. So something went wrong here, obviously. They were examining mimics. This could have been why. This could have been how the breakout happened. It is disappointing and surprising, actually. If they were actually doing live dangerous what do you call it? Autopsies on mimics, then the least they could have done is actually just have a little something beyond just a little grav shaft. Something more secure, maybe? This may well have been the place where the breakout happened. Okay, so we need to get in here. There's a couple of ways. One is to shoot the button open. Oh, blood! Oh. I hate it when that happens. I see you. Were you surprised? Were you surprised, were you? I too was surprised. You sneaky little buggers. I hate them. Wow, wow, wow. The brains. Whenever I see these little containers, it reminds me of Wolfenstein. The new order. Where you got the guy that sucks the brains out of people and uses them to power the robots. Okay, so there's two ways to do this. One is to create an operator and then we'll make a patrol in here. But I don't really need to, do I? These podcasters are really useful. See that? But where did my... No mimics. Okay, that's fine. There's my podcaster bolt. And the morgue keycard, so I can come back here anytime I want. Okay, this guy was a volunteer, quote unquote. Apparently these guys get volunteered to get their brains sucked out. Not physically apparently, but emotionally. Ah, Sylvan Bellamy. Yes, he was a doctor that was doing the tests on you. There you go, the cabin.
This isn't the first time a Typhon organism has broken containment. It happened before, shortly after your initial neuromod tests. You and Alex fought about terminating the project, evacuating, but Alex insisted he could control the situation. That's when you began implementing secret contingencies, hiding the plan for your arming key, videos, the January protocol. Your concerns have proven to be correct.
The thing is, January is telling you what it was programmed to tell you. And Alex is telling you that it was you, Morgan, you, who wanted to push the boundaries. So who can you believe? It's an interesting question. Are you the same person as you were if you have no memories of that event? It's a very philosophical one. But I'm just need to do a little bit of household maintenance here. Big bag candy. I just like to have the recyclable rubbish down here. And the stuff that gives me useful synthetics also down here as well. Anti-rad. Okay, I'll put that there. 0.7, 0.1. Okay, this guy comes down here because he gives me 0.6. This guy is eatable. This guy's eatable. Recycler charges. So it's still nothing to use neuromods on, because again, the premise of this entire stream is that I'm just doing a human mod only approach. Okay, so go down there, and I should have the so I can lock it as I will. I repeat myself, but I really do wish that it made a difference if you lock things down. If you were rewarded for actually taking care of security, it would be really nice. At least, you know, for example, you could stop the bigger phantoms coming in. Mimics, probably nothing you could do about it, but if the game then allowed you to stop phantoms by locking doors, that would have been a really amazing thing.
Inspecting. Your suit suffered some wear and tear. I'll fix that. Right here.
Excellent. So I'm not going to do the experiment right now. What I want to do is I want to check out the other wing, and I want to go upstairs as well. So going the other way. Actually, I'll go upstairs first. I was going to go to the other wing, but so this is deliberately meant for you to go down the other way, but I've got the ability where you can jump much higher than normal. But I won't do that. Let's just play it kind of normal. So on this side, stairs still function. And I don't think there's anything worthwhile behind here. It's always worth checking every nook and cranny in this game. It's just interesting. There's lots of ways to get around problems. Not everything is straightforward. And sometimes just going around nooks and crannies, getting on pipes and things like that, just gives you new ways to do things. So here, I've got a fair bit of health, but I'm not exactly invincible here. Okay. Oh, mimics. I see you. There's a couple of ways that, what are you? Oh, you're the chair. You're the chair. Hehe. Were you surprised? It's always nice to get to turn the tables on the mimics. And I know there's a couple more over there. And oh, I see you there. A turret. Rocket turret, obviously. So what was happening here if you look at all these notes? Not a mimic. If you listen to the sound, it's actually quite useful. That was kind of lucky. I thought I should have got hit. But yeah, if you look around here, all the notes, you can't really read them because it actually shows all the glowing. Because all the glowing the item highlights. What are you? Oh, you're the what do you call it? Yeah, so oh, are you behind? You're below, you little sneaky bastard. There you go. Were you surprised? So they went and put not a mimic note on everything. So it makes it really difficult to find useful items. But as you can imagine, they were kind of paranoid. So let's see, petri dish sample. Whoa! You sneaky fuck, where did you come from? Where did you come from? Bloody hell, I was surprised. I know there's a couple of guys patrolling, but yeah, didn't expect it to come in here. Petri dish sample, okay, that's useful. Okay. Oh. Right. Apparently, if you take away every single item, then it will try to replicate you. Deploy null wave. Not a good idea. So let's see. Magic. Right. Hallucinogenic fields, pocket dimensions, transmutation. And the answer is magic. Or maybe just, like the History Channel likes to say, aliens. Pilgrimage to the Otoki. Alright, this is the D&D game that they were having. The games are handcrafted. Mystery Man? Lazetta Ghost Lazetta. Yeah, I'm not really sure what this is about. Typhon organ, test lab kits. There's a bit of loot here. Not amazing, but alright. There's a lot of...
Isn't it fascinating? There's something almost angelic about those golden filaments, like frozen light. The Typhon weave it out of thin air. The question is why? We have a lot of theories, but no solid answers. Not yet. I wish you were with me, Morgan. Not the way you are now. The way you used to be. I know we could tackle this together. Like old times.
He seems to like the phrase "like old times" quite a bit. That's a cigar. Normally you can pick them up. So it's interesting here. So if you do this, apparently... And that there is a greater mimic. Can we get into the room? Oh, you can actually. Do we want to? Apparently, you can get this thing to mimic. Come on, get hit. I've personally never been in this room, but somebody was saying that you can get this mimic to mimic you, the main character. You little squirt, little fuck. I will harvest you. I will harvest you all day long. Okay, so there was a way to come in. I just never used leverage before, so... Oh well. There you go, you discover something new every day. And something terrible happened here. No mimics, thank you. A couple of neuromods. Let's see. Pick up all the loot. Typhon lure, okay, that's good. I've never actually used it. But the theory is that if you combine it with what do you call it? With something like a recycling charge, then it maximizes value there. So here's the demonstration. But I don't think there's any way to get into the room. Nope. Not a mimic. I think the greater mimics can actually... Oh wait. The brain. And this here is the weave that they were talking about. Oh, this thing broke out. Okay. So that's where the weave comes from. But there's a bit of loot in here, so it's worth coming in. I don't think being in touch with this negatively affects you in some way. So we've pretty much done this. Let's get around here. Oh.
Hans, we need to talk about Annalise Gallegos.
I can hear the Weaver through the walls. Son of a bitch is gloating, I know it. How are you holding up?
I dropped a couple of nightlights to lure the phantoms away. Put sticky notes on every goddamn thing I'm sure isn't a mimic. You?
Good. Safe inside the armory. Squashed a mimic that slipped in, but that's it. I got everything sealed tight.
What's our plan?
Wait for rescue?
You know, if we make it, Alex is just going to pull our mods.
You want to remember this shit?
I think we could get out through the guts. Work our way up to the Arboretum.
Okay. Say the word.
So they're kind of hinting at the plan that we've been told to do. Which is use the guts to get up to... Whoa. Somehow the mouse isn't quite clicking. But anyway, I'll take that. I kind of saw it late. 37. Consume them. Ah. Rapid onset picker. There was no evidence of his prior exposure to the telepath. We're not ruling out suicide attempts. Okay. Oh, interesting. So he was trying to bite things. And that's how he got hold of the finger of this doctor. But why? Suicide watch. Sedatives, clean, upcoming surgery, food, water, blah blah blah. Can't make out what he's saying. He's made no attempt to hurt himself that we've seen. Oh, interesting. Mumbling to himself in Russian. Encephalectomy. Scheduled surgery within the next few days. So they were trying to. Okay, so one of the test subjects got himself kind of controlled by the mimics, by the typhon. And then he's gone kind of loopy, started eating everything. So I've taken a fair bit of damage here. So there's a couple of ways to get in here. The easiest one is to use the good old bowcaster. That door controls and... Did it open? No. So I need to go and pick up 3 more from inside there once I'm done. Cool. That's 4. No mimics? Good. Where are my bolts? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there were a couple of additional bolts inside here. And a weapon kit. Always welcome as usual. Always welcome. That's about it. Oh. Didn't taste like chicken. I need to report a 37 Either Psycho is the luckiest prisoner in orbit, or worse, we've got a problem in what we're feeding the Typhon. That can't happen again. Okay, so they're feeding the prisoners, the volunteers, to the Typhon, presumably to replicate. And based on schematics like what do you call it? Like the neuromod schematics, we know that the neuromods use exotic material. And where does exotic material come from? Typhon. So they're effectively harvesting Typhon by volunteering, quote-unquote, people to be eaten. Yeah, it's kind of gruesome. Let's see. What's the environment? What's implant mirror neurons and Typhons? It's an interesting idea. So you're kind of looking to implant stuff on the Typhons instead of... Oh wait.
In light of what we now know the Typhon are capable of, and not capable of, it seems prudent to revisit the Project Cobalt material.
Igor, neuromods can already adapt Typhon material to the human mind. There's no reason in principle the reverse wouldn't work.
Say you managed to insert human neurons into a Typhon. How will you know it was successful?
The new neural structures would need to mature over a series of actual experiences.
Or simulated ones.
What?
Simulate the experiences. Calvino, he has...
Right, okay, look, it's fascinating, but let's focus on what we know is working. I don't want anyone devoting resources to this.
So I kind of had an interesting idea of trying to install neuromods onto the Typhon. Just as humans are installing Typhon material onto their brains, onto our brains. These guys were thinking of doing the reverse, installing human material onto the Typhons. Some kind of synthesis. Is that a good idea? Would it change the Typhon? But I suppose it's just a curiosity at this stage. Oh, there's a phantom there. Oh, what? It saw me. Get down, lady. Get down. Haha. Oh look, I took a bit of damage. And yeah, there should be a risk to leaving these things. What the? Hey, that was bullshit. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, that was bullshit. I shouldn't have been hit by that flame. But I'll live with it. When was the last save?
In light of what we now
Oh,
know
good.
the Typhon are capable of, and not capable of, it seems prudent to revisit the Project Cobalt material.
Igor, neuromods can already adapt Typhon material to the human mind. There's no reason in principle the reverse wouldn't work.
Say you managed to insert human neurons into a Typhon. How will you know it was successful?
The new neural structures would need to mature over a series of actual experiences.
Or simulated ones.
What?
Simulate the experiences. Calvino, he has...
Right, okay, look, it's fascinating, but let's focus on what we know is working. I don't want anyone devoting resources to this.
So yeah, like I was saying, it's an interesting theoretical concept. Probably would need further experimentation, but oh, hello. Is somebody down there? Oh, hello. I see you there.
Hello.
Yes. And I see you on the ground. I could have used some kind of flame weapon to set that up there, to put him on fire. But I guess I don't have anything like that. It's not really necessary. Let me just quickly save. I don't want to die because of some annoying little feature. Oh, before I forget, let's just unlock this. Right. So once we unlock that, then we should be able to come out and go in at will. Or rather the reverse. Go out and come in at will. This guy... I know there's a guy here. So let's see. I can hear... He's on the other side. I see you. Let me explore this side first, and then we'll go down and take care of him. Make sure there's no Typhons. No mimics. There's something upstairs. Even if it's just loot. Bloody... I knew this was the case. Where are you? Ha, take that. Take that. Even if you have that... What the... There's something in there. That electrical interference is a telltale sign. I know there's one downstairs, but has come upstairs. Let me just quickly explore this side. There might be loot. Or there might be nothing. Oh well, it's worth exploring. So let's see down there. I don't think there's anything dangerous here. No mimics? Good. So if I want to, I can repair this, but I don't think it's necessary at this stage. And the labs aren't really that dangerous. But they are full of resources for getting exotic material. Ah yes, there is something on the other side of this. But can I get in there without smashing that barrier? Can I? Let's see. Have an organ, test tube samples. I don't really need exotic material. I've got neuromods to spare, and I've acquired all my neuromod abilities, so it's not necessary. I wish I. It says I hear. I've sealed several mimics inside. 2 casualties. So maybe as many as 8 mimics. Yes, he's not wrong. Can't get inside without smashing this. I might use up my. I might end up using my what you call it? Combat trance. Let me just smash that. That's all of them, right?
Warning. Vital signs critical.
Where did you come from? That's a phantom.
Please clear out.
Oh,
Aperture cleared. Operator deployment.
that was dangerous. But he can't come in. There's one thing about phantoms is that they can't open doors. Let me just quickly loot this. Oh, he knows I'm here. Oh. Let's see, can I sneak past? Maybe I should use my trance again. Where did you go? Oh, whoa, come on. What the hell's happening with my mouse? Oh, bloody hell. My mouse played up just then, and I nearly died for it. Oh, that was ugly. Oh shit. That's another Typhon. I usually wouldn't, but I need to heal up, I think. There you go. First medikit of the run. Oh shit. I just barely saw that in the last second. Bloody hell. Can I lure this into... Can I lure it into walking into the flames? I can hear you. And I can see the electrical flashes. Where are you? Are you there? What? Oh, it's on the other side of the other door. I need to get rid of these flames. Yeah. I need to. They're more harmful to me than they are to him. Okay, so maybe we can set an ambush. I can kind of see that it's on the other side. So there, you can see by the electrical flashes. Can I chuck this? Didn't quite kill it. Didn't quite kill it. There you go, finally taken care of. Ooh, that was close. There's another one. If you can get the drop on the enemy, then it's feasible to actually just beat them with a wrench. I know there's one behind here, just because of the interference. But I need a break right now. That was kind of stressful there. There are multiple times when I was just running on one hit point. Not used to that. Definitely not used to that. She was somebody that MU wanted to keep an eye on, and she is somebody who's not happy with the experiments that people are running here. Actually, so she was kind of trying to what do you call it? Whistleblow on what was taking place. I've used up all my slots. So this one I want to put on the Q-beam as always. So we've maximized damage there. Oh, still a little bit stressed out, sorry. What about here? Maybe firing time. Okay, so we want to fire as long as possible, so this is important. It's not a massive improvement, but it actually makes a difference. If you don't need to stop and reload in the middle, then it really allows you to target down enemies. I might have to go back to my office to drop off a lot of this loot. And I might even need to recycle a few things. Right, for the time being. Oh, actually, I know what I should do. I always forget to eat food. That should give me about... That should bring me up to around 150. That's a nice little buffer to have. I still need to jump onto there. He's right on the other side. What happens is if you walk in here, it will just slam the... It will slam the cabinet against you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. And use that. And there you go. I surprised the enemy rather than me surprised. So I'm okay with doing this because I've got both the Psychoscope mod that gives me... I could use this.
Requesting new operator.
That gives me additional... That gives me side recovery. So you can see I've already gone up to 233, 234.
Maybe I can help you. Diagnosing.
Operator ready to deploy.
But I also know that the science operator is really close.
To complete a patient questionnaire. Your feedback will be invaluable.
Yes. This lab is great for that. There's operators for everything. You can literally just recover on anything. There's the science operator down there. There you go. And this Phantom as well, which I need to take care of before I forget. There's a medical operator there. And if you go down into the morgue, there's a engineer operator. So I just need to drop down there and give that Phantom a welcoming speech.
Hello, Dr. Yu.
Hello. There.
Hello.
There you go. Getting the sneak bonus is enormous. That's it, right? While I'm here, I may as well.
Neuroimaging shows your mental resources are This should help. You should feel more alert.
Yay! Sorry, I'm just being cheesy.
Dr. Yu.
There's another one there. So the final thing left is to come in here. So you can put out the fires on the floor with that, and you can seal up the leaks. Whoa! Whoa, 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 what the hell? Oh, bloody, where did you go? Don't rear up. Don't rear up on me, man. I don't like that. Kind of stresses me out. So at least a few of them took damage. And there was another one, I think. Maybe I shouldn't have sealed the plugs. Anyway, that's fine. There might be a mimic running around that I have to take care of later on. And yeah.
Hello, Dr. Yu.
Hello. So there's one thing that you can always do, which is you can actually get the code from the prisoner further in, but if you piss around a little bit, you can kind of use the drop on this crossbow bolt to hit the button. Aha! Voila. It's a bit fiddly. But when it works, it works. There was another one that I've lost. It's probably inside. And here this was sealed in. Mimics.
Hey! Hey, over here! You find anything good in that armory? Well, I was gonna give you the code, but I guess you don't need it.
I guess
Still,
not.
I sure would appreciate being let out of here. My name's Aaron. Aaron Ingram.
So you say.
Most of the other fellas were Russian. I speak a little, but as you can tell, I ain't from there. As you might have guessed.
Would I have guessed?
I know my life ain't worth 2 dead crickets, but nobody deserves this.
He's got a point on that one, to be honest. We know that they use...
No reason to keep me locked up in here anymore.
So when the first time I saw this guy, I was really ambivalent. Because we know that these people are really dangerous. I'd met a few directly. Right, so this is the experiment that they do. They drop the mimic eats the people, and it duplicates, and then you recycle the mimics. That gives you the exotic material. So you can request a record here. So he's supposed to be a really nasty person. A 99 at that. So in 2040 something would have been about, yeah, it would have been a fairly middle-aged person. Out of Siberia. Although he speaks with a kind of a Midwest American accent. Or Southern, I'm not sure. I'm not American, so as you might have guessed. But, so I don't really know, I can't really place the accent. But he kind of sounds Midwestern. But definitely American. Although he could be putting it on, that's the thing, right? So he's supposed to be really nasty.
What are you reading? My rap sheet, huh? Look, I'm telling you, on my mama's grave, that is a stack of lies meant to make pushing that button easier on you. Okay, fine, listen. I want to be honest. Some of it probably is true. I done some wrong in my days, but this ain't right now. Come on, y'all got to let me out of here.
That's the thing. He could be telling the truth, he could be lying his ass off.
I never did anything to those kids. I was just getting them out of a bad spot, that's all. The real criminals, they didn't like how I was chipping away at their pile of rubles. They got their claws sunk deep in the government. Got me shipped off to the gulag. That's how I ended up here, see?
So he was involved in child
All you gotta do is
trafficking.
open the door.
Yeah, and then what? That's the problem. Are you gonna kill me? I know that it doesn't, but the first time you come across this, it's a really tricky situation.
Y'all really shit and fell backwards in it, huh?
Yeah, we kind of did, to be honest. Although I don't remember anything. Anyway, so the first time I just left him in there for a long while because if I let him out, he was just gonna be mimic food, and this mimic's running all around the place. So he was just going to get eaten, and he was all I was going to do is create more mimics. But at the same time, I could, you could just get him, recycle him into materials, but that really didn't seem, that didn't quite seem right to me. Just because, there's a lot of bad things going on here, and we know that, excuse me, I was gonna say, we know that they're not exactly shy about feeding people to the mimics. So it would have been ethically just atrocious. Just atrocious. So I left him in there for a long while. I didn't want him to become more mimics, and I didn't want him to be recycled either. Eventually I let him out, but yeah. There is an ethical question there, definitely. I think I might need to go back and drop some stuff. I'm just carrying way too much. Although I could simply dismantle a couple of these weapons. Or maybe drop some of these things. Actually, yeah. Normally I'd go back and stash it, but just for the sake of the playthrough, just to keep it interesting, I'll probably just stash some loot, some of the recyclables, somewhere here. Is there somewhere I can do this? It's gotta be somewhere. But I can tell you this, I definitely won't be recycling this guy for exotic materials. They're not even useful to me. Guns. It's a shotgun. A glue gun. Alright. Probably taking too much time here. I apologize for that. It's probably not interesting to watch. This one I can just drop. This is just paper. I could probably... No. I was gonna say that I could probably eat some materials, but just not worth it. Drop this. It's useful, but not really useful. Organic material, organic material, organic material. Organic material is just not worth it. Let's see, I can probably move that here and pick up at least that. I can use it right away on here. Right. So we want to be able to fire for as long as possible. The maximum power. What's that sound? Okay. So two lips unlike each other. And pick up the shotgun. Wrong button. So if I drop two more things, actually the shotgun I should probably get turned into spare parts, because each spare part is worth 0.3. Right, so the shotgun is definitely worth disassembling. The glue gun, however, is much better recycled. Just maximizes your exotic materials. Oh, what about the pistol? That's 25%. This guy's 25, 25. So they're all the same. Let me just drop this. Pick up the shotgun. disassemble it and get the pistol. Okay, so I've got a choice here. Drop something else. I'll drop the pistol. Probably drop some of this. Yeah, I'll drop this sun-dried tomato. Oh, let's see, shotgun. Inventory management becomes a bit of a pain. Okay, now I can pick up the glue gun. I'll probably use the recycler in the morgue. Yeah, actually I can use that, yeah, I'll do that. Not the most effective use of resources. I should have thought of that actually. Would have been better to bring all the organics down here. Where is the recycle?
I'm right here. Inspecting. Your suit integrity is compromised. Roll 6 at John Done. Coming through.
Or I could be mistaken. Maybe there isn't a recycler down here. Although I would have bet a large sum of money that there was. Maybe I'm going crazy. Yeah, I was absolutely sure that there was one. I know there's... Oh, right, I'm thinking of the director's office. He's got both a recycler and a manufacturer. That was a virtual face palm right there.
Hello, Dr. Yu.
Okay, that's not a good sound. Don't give those sounds to me, I get scared. Don't see any electrical interference?
Hello, Dr. Yu.
Ugh, it's just again scaring you. Here we are, recycler. Okay, so I want to get rid of some of these things. That one's... I can save some space there. Freight wire. That one can go. Veggie blend. Petri dish samples. Let's see. Those two can go, those two can go. Such a shame to have to recycle them so early. I know that could get much more value for money later on. Oh well. 1.2. It's not great, it's not the worst. The reason I'm saving up the recycling is because I've got all the abilities to maximize recycling, but there's a Psychotron addition.
Hello.
That a chipset that gives you that maximizes even further. I'm just waiting for that one to recycle everything. So this guy, like I was saying before, I'm just going to leave him there, just for role-playing reasons. Although I could just let him out, it makes no difference. Jerky tomato. We'll take the paper instead. I think I've got everything out of this room. But yeah, if you shoot through that hole and hit the button, it takes a bit of practice, but it's quite nice. It's quite satisfying to get that done. And this guy. Actually, let me just briefly run over there. I apologize for the... if this seems rather boring. I'm just a bit of a Monty Hall guy. I hate waste. Biological. Another one here with the bananas. The flower cuttings. Everything else has synthetic components. Okay, we should be ready to go.
Hello, Dr. Yu.
So while I was out there initially at the hardware labs in space, I actually fixed one of the issues that affects this area. So down here,
I don't mean to be a nuisance, but when do you think we'll get to that breach?
I'm headed out there as we speak.
What do you think happened?
Hard to say until I lay eyes on it. Could be some micrometeoroids punched a hole. Rare, but it happens.
Okay, good. Hopefully it's just that.
Is there something you're not telling me?
No, of course not. It's just that storage room has classified exotic materials. We really can't have it be inaccessible.
I understand.
and he doesn't believe it for a second, and neither should you. Because that's where they're storing prisoners. Or there's rooms to store prisoners. And one of them is a phantom. So that was the breach that we fixed while we were out there. And you... Yes. Getting the drop on these guys is so satisfying. Particularly, and it's really easy too. Once you've got all the sneak abilities. The one that gives you no noise for sprinting. And the one that gives you the maximum 250% damage for sneak attacks. Then it really helps. But yeah, this entire area is just full of exotic materials. The first time you come over, if you want to create neuromods, then this is the area that you want. There was a whole bunch there. There's a couple of there. There's a mimic down here too. But all the materials that we're getting out of processing volunteers and turning them into mimics and then recycling the mimics are being stored here. In this lab. So you could get at least enough 6 or so exotic materials. Which is enough to craft 2. There's a lemon there. Come on, where's my lemon? Oh, apple rather. So they were storing prisoners here. This wasn't just storage. They're holding prisoners and bring them out there, turning them mimics and recycling them into materials. So bloody hell. And I knew this guy was here. I still fell for it. So there you go. Now the entire internet knows that I'm an idiot. But I got distracted by these things. So yes, when you come in here, there's at least 5 or 6 exotic materials there. So you come out with a lot. So when I went in there, I had about 3. And I got about 14 there. I came out with 17. So there's a lot. For this stage of the game, when you don't have all the abilities and whatnot to maximize recycling, and you haven't harvested many mimics, then that's a lot. 14 materials is a lot. It's enough to make about 3 neuromods. This guy could do that. Simply extract it. Or I could let him out.
You know, I used to be a reverend. Training for it anyways. Until I got locked up. Behold, the wicked man conceives evil, is pregnant with mischief, and gives birth to lies. Does that sound like anybody you know?
You're not doing your case a favor, pal. Training to be a priest, eh? Come on. And you were involved in trafficking children. You're not exactly doing your case much good there, pal.
Come on now, goddammit, let me out.
I'm being tempted into transforming you. So you better keep quiet, pal. Anyway, so the last thing to do is finish the experiment. But what I'm also going to do and I hate this, and I hate the way some games do this, but you actually end up with oh, nearly forgot about you. You end up with scripted events. And this is one of them. Whenever the game forces you to do something, usually it ends up with a scripted event. I'm just not a fan of those things. So what I'm going to do, I know what it is, and you can probably kind of guess it if you look at the deployment of the room. But I'm just going to prepare a little bit.
Error log submitted. Deploying.
It's not amazing, but it will kind of help. Oh, actually, what kind of... whatever. I'll just go with it. I shouldn't die. But I will save, if you don't mind me doing that. So what this does is it opens the door to the Weaver. The Weaver then comes down and does something. What you're supposed to be able to do is deploy the null wave. Right.
Warning, examination theater compromised.
Operator approach.
Warning, examination theater compromised. Warning.
I hate these guys. I positively hate these guys.
People are quick to project human features onto things they don't understand. The Typhon kill us without hesitation. But it's not because they're evil. It's because they can't do otherwise. You know what we discovered? They lack mirror neurons. For all their wonderful abilities, there's one thing we can do that they can't. Empathize with the suffering of another living creature.
So that's the Cobalt experiment they were talking about before, when they were looking to inject mirror neurons into these things. But yeah, that's a voltaic phantom. It's the worst phantom out of everything, because everything else you can get with a disruptor gun, and then you can bash them to death or whatever, or shotgun them as you want while stunned. But these guys, the best thing to do is just stay away and just Q-beam them. It's expensive, but it's the only way to do it. If you get close, then any weapons that you have will be electrified, will go into short circuit, and they won't work. But as of right now, we're through. This should give us access to the guts. Oh, I see you there, I see you there. And there's a phantom as well. I saw it. So, okay. Should I set up a turret? If I can catch the mimic while it's changed or under disguise, then I can probably shoot it. The bad thing about running the psychoscope is that it dampens the sound. Sound is one of the most important things in this game. I'll see you there, or at least I'll see the electrical interference there. Oh. Can I just throw a... He's not going to kill me, I know that much. Okay. That's a mimic. If I could get rid of the mimic, that would be the best thing to do. Oh, he's coming this way. Okay. I'm going to ambush him. The thing is, this thing can't sneak because they're always causing electrical interference. Is he going backwards? Ooh. I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead. You know what? I'm going to celebrate with a... What is this? Plasma. But then a couple of pomegranates. I was going to say that I didn't realize that I was swinging my wrench right next to this. Kind of swung it there. Kind of swung it there. If I'd swung it there, it would have been really ugly. Okay. That was our slice of fortune for the day. That there is the Weaver. We'll see him soon enough. Or strictly speaking towards the end of the game. That's a turret. And I can hear a mimic towards here.
Eradicator auto turrets. TranStar's last-ditch defense against an outbreak. Flimsy, but they're easy to fabricate. Best part is the built-in psychoscope tech. They can discriminate between alien and human targets. Shouldn't be a problem for you, since you're not an alien.
Wow. Unless you choose to become one. Okay, so he was dead. Was there, so there, I should have been able to hear this guy. But oh, look at that. I bashed.
Attitude adjustment required.
I inadvertently bashed my own turret. Oh well. That one's already been pre-bashed. Okay, so these guys were taking care of the mimics. Great, okay, that's fine. So you can kind of carry them over here and set them up as defenses. I don't think it makes any difference, but I just like to do it for kind of roleplay purposes.
Ready to scan.
Maybe it's just a difficulty, but these turrets, even if you fortify them, they're not really that great. And if you leave them to guard an area by themselves, then you should get clobbered by the time you get back.
Deploying. Scanning target. No alien material detected.
Grounding resistor. I know this was used later on, and you can't put it into your... You can't put it into what you call it, your inventory. But there's different level. There's things you can do. So this is where we started. Okay, so it's time to... Let me check. I should probably recycle a few things more. That's all. Sorry about this, but I'm just going to go and do that again.
Hello.
Yeah, so bear with me, I'm just checking something on the computer. Oh, actually, it's already quite late here. It's already nearly time to finish the stream. I've just noticed. So actually, what I'll do is I'll stop the stream here. Yeah, so bear with me, I'm just checking something on the computer. Oh, actually, it's okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream here, and I'll take care of what do you call it, recycling materials and everything like that in inventory management off screen. And hopefully we should be able to go back down to make our way into the guts next time. Alright, so thank you for those who turned up. I didn't see anybody comment, which is a shame, but thank you for being here nonetheless. Hopefully I'll see you back tomorrow at around roughly the same time. Okay, so have a good evening and see you then.